I need to tell you, I can't tell you. By Orphaned Account. Read to you by The Devil's Advocate 18. Summary. I need to tell you something, Mr. Stark. I'm transgender. This doesn't change anything. I'm still the Peter that you know. The and love was left hanging in the air. Or, Peter struggles with coming out as trans to Tony. Hey kid, Tony said as Peter entered the lab, hands rolled up in his sweater. Tony had been around Peter long enough to know when the boy was feeling anxious, and the sweater paws were a big red flag. But Tony had also been around Peter long enough to know that comforting him about absolutely anything would only result in Peter stammering out a terrible attempt at a lie, so Tony would pretend not to notice anything amiss. Peter, meanwhile, was rehearsing his short speech in his head. I need to tell you something, Mr. Stark. I'm transgender. This doesn't change anything. I'm still the Peter that you know. The and love was left hanging in the air. Sure, it sounded incredibly scripted, but this was a big moment, and Peter couldn't screw it up. He couldn't. He couldn't lose anyone else. The hours ticked by, Tony shooting Peter worried glances that Peter pretended not to notice, and Peter attempted to concentrate on his calculus homework while running through the script in his head. Hey, Mr. Stark, Peter said, his voice barely above a whisper. What's up, Bambino? Tony tried to keep the worry from seeping into his tone, but failed miserably. It's, Peter bit his lip and re-rolled his hands into his sweater sleeves. I have this friend. Ted or Scary Michelle? Someone else. Yeah, his name is Percival. Percival? Yeah, Percival. Anyways, so, Percival has to tell this guy he, cares about. He has to tell them something big, and he's worried the guy he cares about won't like him anymore after he tells them. Tony resists an eye roll at A, how terrible Peter was at lying. Geez, how did anyone not know he was Spider-Man? And B, how the kid thought anything could stop Tony from caring about him. Okay, so Percival is trying to figure out if he should tell the guy he cares about this something big. Peter nods, not making eye contact with Tony. Well, if you want my 2 cents, I think he should go for it. If the guy is worth caring about, then they'll be okay with whatever it is. It's not healthy to carry lots of secrets. Peter scrunches up his nose and bit his bottom lip. The guy is like Percival's mother. Peter shot a quick glance to Tony, making sure the man hadn't caught his mistake, and connected the dots. No way Peter was ready to admit that to Tony just yet. Yeah, guy doesn't have to be a gendered term, you know? Everyone is my guy and my dude. Well, unless it makes them uncomfortable, then Peter trails off. Sorry, I'm rambling. Anyways, Percival's mother and his aunt are dead. He doesn't want to lose this guy, too. Tony puts a comforting hand on Peter's shoulder. I'm sure he won't, bud. Peter took a deep breath. Okay, I actually have something to tell you, too. Yeah? The truth is, I am lactose intolerant. What? Kid, why am I just now hearing about this? I swear to God, if you are getting yourself sick eating dairy food just because you didn't want to bother me, I will actually forbid you from apologizing to me. Peter flushes and looks away. No, nuh-uh, the adult is talking. I don't want you making yourself sick on my account. Peter, I want you to be healthy for me. No, Mr. Stark, I'll even cut dairy out of my diet if it would help. I'm trans. Peter blurted out, face redder than a tomato. Tony went silent. I'm not lactose intolerant. I don't know why I said that. Tony bit his lip, desperately trying to stop a giant laugh from bubbling out of him, because this was no laughing matter, but it was really difficult. After taking a few deep breaths, while Peter looked utterly petrified, Tony brought the boy into a hug. That doesn't change a single thing, Pete. Wait, trans as in... Yeah, as in I already started transitioning, Peter said, wiping his moist eyes with the back of his hand, as he pulled away from the embrace. I'm still a guy. Not just any guy, Peter. You're my son. Peter's eyes filled with tears, and for a terrifying moment, Tony thought what he said was the wrong thing. But then the spider child launched himself at Tony, clinging to him for dear life. I love you, Pete, okay? Peter nodded into Tony's shoulder. This was I Need to Tell You, I Can't Tell You by Orphaned Account, read to you by The Devil's Advocate 18. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I think this was a great way to start our Pride Month with some trans female to male Peter Parker. If you guys like this, please let me know in the comments down below. If you have a certain fic or fandom in general that you would like to see podfic, my Tumblr is linked down below. I hope everyone has a great Pride Month, and stay safe out there, guys, and until next time.